Good evening, folks. You join me at Wickersley Angling Centre, just a couple of minutes from Junction 1 of the M18, and I'm joined by Alan Taylor. Now, Alan's a fantastic angler, former England Youth International, former member of the Drennan Barnsley setup. Alan, you've done a lot of fishing in your time, and you're enjoying working here at Wickersley Angling now.
Yeah, I've been here 3 years now, and I love fishing, and it's been my life. I've worked in the fishing industry since I left school in 1985.
Right.
I started for Tommy Pickering at his shop in Doncaster, and I started on a YTS, £15 a week, and I worked for Tommy for 11 and a half years in his shop. And then we got a break, and Tommy got the Van der Nijn ground bait agency, and he sold shop. We went and did the ground bait, and I did that for him for just over 12 months. And then Tommy went his own way. He went with Preston and that did his own things, and I carried the business on. And I had that for about 17 years. Yeah, 17 years. And then for the last 3 years, I've been here at Wickersley. So I've worked in the fishing industry all my life since I left school.
And I know you're enjoying your fishing at the moment.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love my fishing now. Yeah, it's brilliant. The fishing we've got around this area now, it's fantastic. 20 minutes from Doncaster, and you don't have to travel anywhere else in country.
Spoilt for choice in this area.
Carp fishing, match fishing, commercial fishing, silverfish fishing, anything you want to do, bream fishing, it's brilliant. Fantastic.
What I've got you here today for, Alan, is to talk not about new tackle, but I want 3 items of tackle from you that you've used for more than a year and that's impressed you. Because I think there's enough media out there now about this is new and that's new, but what I want to know about is tackle that stood the test of time. So I know you've picked 3 items.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk to me about today?
Hooks, firstly. Hooks have been around for hundreds of years, but the technology, what's come on since I finished fishing like 12, 14 years ago to the standard of the hooks now is amazing. The new Japanese hooks are so light and sharp.
Yes.
And never lose the points. They don't blunt, they don't bend. They're absolutely fantastic. 2 of the ones what have impressed me the most is the Hayabusa range, which have been out over here for probably a couple of years now, which are distributed through Colmick. But I use the Hayabusa 128s, which is a silverfish hook, and I use them for all my hemp fishing and caster fishing and chopworm fishing on the canals when we're on there through the summer months and into the winter on the winter leagues and what have you. I use them for all my hemp and caster fishing. Then there's another new Hayabusa one, which is called a 157, and they're a really strong, sharp bagging up for when we're bream fishing.
Right.
And they just do 4 sizes in them, and that's all you need. That'll cover you for all your bream fishing that you need, and they're fantastic. You can fish a single maggot on a 16, or you can fish 2 or 3 dendras on a 10 and a 12. They're really, really good. But my all-time favourite hook, and I used these before I packed in fishing, and I've used these for probably 25 years, and if I only had to have one hook in my box to catch any fish on any venue, it'd be a Tubertini Series 18.
Now, they are an iconic hook,
They are my favourites. I use them most of the time when we go Southfield bream fishing. I use them for my long pole lines on the canals for chopworm fishing, bigger baits, and also for my feeder fishing on the canal for the bream and skimmers and that as well. That hook will do you for anything. Roach, any kind of fish you want to catch. If you only had one hook, that'd be the one I use.
That'd be the one.
Yeah, and I've used them for 20 odd years. And they're absolutely fantastic.
Well, you've cheated a bit there. You managed to get 3 hooks into one. But we'll let you off for that. What else have you got for me?
Then, since I started fishing 3 years ago, I've only ever fished with monofilament line on my reels. And I tried braid a couple of times, even before, and I used it once, and it was 20 odd quid a spool, and took it off. I couldn't use it. It was horrid throughout how I've fished. But since I've come back fishing in the last 3 years, I've had to get into using it because everybody's using braid now, and it is. I won't have anything else now basically on my reels. That's all I have on my reels. And there's 1 or 2 different makes on the market, but the one I've settled on and I like the most is the Matrix Submerged.
Right.
They only do it in 2 sizes, the 08 and the 010. I don't use the 08 so often because I don't do much short range fishing for roach and smaller places. And if you're using it in when it's windy, you seem to get quite a lot of wind knocks and that with that, with it being so fine. I just use the 010.
Yeah.
For everything. And then I have an 8 pound or a 10 pound shock leader on, depending on how far I'm fishing as well. And that is brilliant. I still put washing up liquid because you hear all stories about braid, it floats and it sinks. And I treat it just like mono. I put washing up liquid on it as well to make it sink when it's windy.
Degrease it a little bit.
Degrease it, but it does make it sink like monofilament used to do when you put a bit of washing up liquid on it. I just treat it and one of them spools, it'll last you all year. You don't have to change it. It's brilliant.
Good stuff. And your third choice?
My third choice is, this is going back now to Southfield, but because we do all as bream fishing on there, and the feeder is probably the most important part of your feeder fishing.
Yes.
The ones I've settled on, and I use 90% of my time, are the Nisa open end feeders with the weight on the bottom.
Right.
The cast absolutely fantastic. The cast dead straight, but the thing with these is, opposed to like a normal open end feeder, is when they hit the water, they go in and they go plop. They don't go in and make a big spladush sound.
Yeah.
And they are very, very good. They're plastic, they don't break.
Yeah.
They've got a lovely weight on bottom. They come with two size weights. You can get them with a 44 gram weight or a 27 gram weight on. I only use them three sizes, mainly the two smaller sizes to be truthful. But them three feeders, they'll cover me for every aspect of feeder fishing at Southfield.
I've got to be honest, Nick Larkin, who obviously makes those, such a nice bloke and a really good angler. He won an event I ran earlier last year on the River Masters event, and a class feeder angler as well.
Yeah, very good. And them and if you went to Southfield, most anglers on the bank will have these in the armoury at somewhere. If you're fishing 30 metres and just fishing for roach, you can do that with them, but you can also cast 70, 80 metres with them with a big rod and into an headwind, and not a problem.
Alan, that's been really interesting. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you want to pick Alan's brains, again, he works here at Wickersley Angling Centre, so feel free to give the shop a call or pop in and see him.